All right, shalom, shalom. We want to first and foremost start off by giving all praises to YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Double honors to our apostles and our elders of Greatmillstone. Salutation and peace and blessing, to all you sincere Akim throughout the four corners of the globe, man. And I also wanted to say special honors, to my older brothers in my camp, that has taught me this word and still catering into our spirits, But us brothers, we just wanted to touch on the topic of entering in through the Strait gate, and also various prophecies that we're getting into, So with that, you got something you want to bring out first?
No, you got it.
Okay, so with that, I'm gonna bring out scripture right here. This is Matthew chapter 7, verse 13, and it reads, "Enter ye in at the strait gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat." So now that word "straight," when you look that word up, because it's not spelled straight how it's regularly spelled. It's spelled straight, S-T-R-A-I-T, which means a path of difficulty, And one of the major prophecies that's getting ready to come to pass, that we're getting ready to get into, is Jacob's trouble, YAHAWAH's trouble, man. So we got to be entering on that path of the straight gate right now, that path of difficulty right now, so that we can store up this wisdom and knowledge, store up this understanding, because that's going to be our treasure in those times, just like the scriptures say. Now, I'm going to finish this up. This is verse 14. It reads, "Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be which find it." So there's few that have the spirit of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. This truth, these words that we're interpreting, that the Most High has given us, there's few that are going to be able to enter in that way, into that straight gate, that path of difficulty, some, like the scriptures say, many are called, but few are chosen, because you have men that were chosen, that were called to do the work, but they when they went through that difficulty, that straight gate, they couldn't bear the difficulty, man. They couldn't bear their cross, so they went back into the world, and I just bring it up, because I was watching, the video about those dudes in Chicago, them dudes is off, man, they all the way back into the world, with that music shit, flexing shit. That's not the spirit of a prophet, man.
Yeah, the love of money.
Yeah.
The love of money, man.
Yeah, the love of money is the root of all evil. Like the brother was, pretty much saying. The love of money is the root of all evil, man. But what do we love? We love these scriptures, man. We getting spiritual money right now, man. We storing up our treasures in heaven,
Yeah,
But, go ahead,
this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 13. It says, "But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved." That's talking about keeping the faith, like the brother mentioned, enduring Jacob's trouble. The scripture says, "He that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved." Saved from what? The destruction, the upcoming destruction that's gonna happen to America. Babylon, Babal in the Hebrew. And
Yeah,
with that,
man.
you got it.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, man, because here it is. We preach week in and week out, about the downfall and the destruction of America, and we also preach about what's gonna come before that. How there's gonna be race wars, rumors of wars. There's gonna be cannibalism. Things is really gonna get ugly in America, man. And here it is. We see that it's happening in other countries, such as Venezuela.
Yeah.
We see those.
Yeah, the economic collapse.
Yeah. Yeah, man. We see those things happening in these other countries, and the thing that we gotta know is that it's gonna be far worse over here, man.
Yeah.
This economic collapse that's coming to America, the downfall of America, man, It's gonna be the greatest collapse ever, man. You know? Because Venezuela, you know, they're if I'm not mistaken, their currency collapsed, right? Yeah. You know? But the thing is about Venezuela, they didn't have as much debt as America's had, you know? And what's that saying in the world? The bigger you are, the harder you fall. So the bigger the amount of debt America has, the harder, you know, it's gonna come crashing down, man.
Yeah, so many bubbles in America economy, you know? So that when this collapse happens, it's not only is it gonna happen, but it's gonna happen very quickly because of how much debt and how many bubbles is done that's in the economy, you know?
Yeah,
but I got a precept. This is Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 11. It says, how ye inhabitants of Miktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off. Now it says, how ye inhabitants of Miktesh. Miktesh back then in the ancient time was basically a great merchant city. But the modern day Miktesh would be, what's that, Wall Street, New York, you know? And it says, for all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off. That's an economic collapse right there. And if I may continue, verse 13, skip down to 13, it says, therefore their goods shall become a booty, and their houses a desolation. They shall also build houses, but not inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards, but not drink the wine thereof. I'm gonna skip down. I'm gonna get to the point. It says, 1 second. Yep, verse 18, all the way down to verse 18. It says, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by fire of his jealousy. For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. Now it says, their silver nor their gold shall deliver them, because with these people that study the economists, they believe that if you basically save up on gold and silver, you'll be good. But the scripture says not even your gold and silver is going to deliver you in that day. And a good example of that is Venezuela, Brazil. You know, basically all these countries that's suffering, but all that suffering that all these other countries are going to, mainly in South America, is going to hit America. You know, but even worse, because the scripture says, I'm gonna read that again. It says, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath, for the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. And what's that fire? That fire is thermonuclear missiles. Thermonuclear fire by ICBM missiles. ICBM missiles. You know, and it says, for he shall make a speedy riddance for all them that dwell in the land. Not only is these missiles going to come and destroy America speedily, like the scripture says, but this economic collapse is going to happen speedily. The scripture says that it's going to happen like a thief in the night, you know. So it's going to happen quickly, and that's what the brothers going into, Jacob's trouble, you know. Hey, everybody's faith is going to be, you know, tested in that day. You know, whether if you have the faith or not, but your faith is going to be tested. And only, hey, like they say, only the strong shall survive, man. And the strong is the people that believe, you know, the men, you know, women and children that believe in YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. That's who you call God and Jesus Christ. Who they that's their names in the Hebrew.
That's right. Yeah, actually, I want to bring out a quick precept from what the brother was just mentioning, you know, because we got to trust in the Lord, you know, because it's going to be all out mayhem in this place, man. But I'm going to grab this right quick. This is Proverbs chapter 3, verse 6. It says, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. That's right, man. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're acknowledging our power, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. You know, even when we're conducting ourselves on a daily basis, you know, we're considering the Lord, you know, and all of our actions, you know. So you gotta acknowledge the Lord for him to direct your steps in this truth, man. And that's ultimately having faith, you know. But I'm gonna grab the scripture that the brother quoted. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. It says, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, Ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, man. And that's exactly how these men gonna be out here, man. They gonna be crying, man.
Yeah.
These big, brolic, buff, Negroes, they gonna be crying like women.
Yeah.
You know?
They're gonna be the worst.
Yeah.
They're gonna be the worst.
They gonna be crying like women, man. It says as a woman in travail. Let me read that again. It says, verse 3. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child. It says, and they shall not escape, man. And why? Why shall they not escape? Because they weren't